Put my arm.
Look at this guy. Put it around me. I don't want to see that shit. Troy has gained some weight from late night Tyler Perry wine discussions.
This is true.
You boys have been on a complete tear since that steak outing. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And tell people how it's done.
Consistent.
Y'all kind of surpassed all these niggas that I'm at Pod Wars too.
Man, don't.
Pod Wars?
Yeah, I gotta let y'all know. I gotta let y'all know while y'all here.
NCAA bracket.
It's summertime. Podcasters is feeling spicy out there.
Facts.
And I'm bored enough to reply to all of it. I don't want to engulf y'all on it, but y'all have surpassed a lot of these loser podcasts that came out at the same time as y'all. So give it to me. Consistency, you said.
Consistency, originality, finding a niche that nobody else was in, and then just drilling down. But then thinking bigger. The biggest advice that Dame Dash ever gave me, shout out to Dame, he said, stop calling your show a podcast. That was 2 years ago. We stopped calling it, him and my people at 85 South, we started calling it a show, but now it's not even a show. Earn Your Leisure is just a brand. It's a media company. We produce shows. We do live events. So when he told me stop calling it a podcast, the way he said it was a little aggressive, but I understood. I understood why he said it. So I don't even compare ourselves to any podcast because I feel like we're more like Vice and Complex.
You talking that shit?
Y'all didn't hear him.
Now.
Y'all didn't hear him. He put it pretty, but
a little bit more like Vice and Complex. Give him, break it down for what he's saying.
Respectfully.
Nah, that was all disrespect. That was so much disrespect on that.
I appreciate all of the podcasts out there because it's not easy to do a podcast. People think that to have a successful podcast, you just go and just talk shit. Like there's so much production. Like even now, I'm watching your production. Like that's dope when you stop and then they let you know what you said, so you could I pick up on stuff like that. So there's a lot
of our sauce, yo.
Yeah. Edit that part.
Everyone else has. It's fine. It's fine.
But it's not easy to do a podcast. But our vision was always bigger than just a podcast.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like what we have to offer is so much bigger than just that. So that's why we wanted to start doing everything else, producing podcasts for other people, doing live events. Even now, the next thing is to actually just get out of our realm of business and financial literacy, like EYL Sports, EYL Fashion. You know what I mean? That's why I said Complex, because I look at their business model and they could do anything. They could do a cooking show, and that's where I really see us going, because I feel like our cultural influence and what we have to offer started with just business and investing, but now it's just broad range, just anything to do with coaching, what people find interesting.
Yo, this guy has always been charming.
That's a fact. What he's really speaking to is the relentless pursuit of the next thing, right? Like we started with a show and it turned into a network and turned into a media platform, but it's now turned into a global source for information, right, around financial education. But when we come, people are like, wait, these guys look cool, they dress cool, they listen to the music we listen to. It's more relatable than anything they've ever seen. And so it's that pursuit. So it's consistency, finding that niche, but being in the pursuit of the next thing. We never rested on we have the number one business podcast. Nah, we want to be the number one outlet for people who need information, period.
Well, now that's just the thing, too. You gentlemen have managed to come up with what I call gospel at the Apollo. No one can really hate on what you guys are doing. Not visibly, anyway. Y'all have the first unhateable brand.
Well,
somehow.
It was real important for me when I was thinking about how core principles. Nothing controversial was something that was a core principle of what we built Earn Your Leisure on. So we stay away from politics. We stay away from really anything that's controversial for the most part. And it's education. So like you said, you could try to find ways to hate on it, but it's going to be difficult because we're not talking about anybody.
And
we're
you
not
shouldn't.
That's they're selling you that to get you interested. We come just
you also look like Rick.
you know what I mean. So that was something that really nobody else did.
And not for nothing, a lot of the
And back to business, right? Everybody. That's why people can't hate, because it's really about wealth building. And when you think about it, who doesn't want to build wealth?
Yeah.
So if it's a hot take, even when y'all talking about Yeezy, I'm listening from the business standpoint. I'm hearing the business conversation inside of it.
Yeah.
Y'all having that conversation in the barbershop.
Right.
Just that nobody's getting the intricacies of the actual, does he own 100% of it? Oh, wait, how much percent does the Dita get? You know
What did the contracts say?
What do the contracts look like? The conversation used to be who has the best sneaker?
Right.
Yo, who's the best basketball?
Of awareness from people in wanting to know these things. And This nigga's prolific. No, this nigga, yo, he wooed my drawers off me. This guy is pretty good at this. He's gonna go places. Go ahead, get your shit.
Got a future ahead of him.
I feel like it's relatable, right? Because it's like for a long time, people weren't it wasn't that they weren't interested in business, they thought it was over their head. Because the only people that was talking about business wore suits and went to Harvard, different things of that nature. So they felt comfortable just talking about like Fabio Foreign's contract, or like now people is even the gossip. I feel like it's encouraging. It's dope to see so many people that's interested in it, and hopefully it's not something that's just for a moment. Hopefully it's something that's forever because it's important.
Yeah, it's humbling too. Money, especially entertainment and sports, and we never knew what they did with it. Yeah, right. Or some of the people who were execs, we never know how they got to that point. We just know that they made it. Yeah, they never gave us the steps, and so our thing was like, yo, if we get the information, we got to give it back. Just give it out. As soon as we learn it, give it out. Because that's going to help the growth, not only of our platform, but it's going to help the growth of the community in itself.
Neutral button. Enough, Daddy.